A lot of people are saying that, the coronavirus vaccine really could be or is the mark of the beast, which is just interesting. It corroborates with all of the vaccine horror stories that we've been hearing about. Someone wrote in that says, they've killed God. I can't feel God. My soul is dead. Oh my gosh. Now, AstraZeneca, one of the vaccine trial companies, they revealed details of its large coronavirus vaccine trials on Saturday, the third in a wave of rare disclosures by drug companies under pressure to be more transparent. Thank you very much. Yes, we want you to be transparent about how they are testing products that are the world's best hope for ending the pandemic. No, it's not the best hope for ending the pandemic, but whatever. The release comes after a second vaccine test volunteer developed neurological problems. According to sources who claim to be familiar with the vaccine trials, this second volunteer, this is the second one who developed these neurological problems, they said they've killed God. I cannot feel God anymore. My soul is dead. They said this after the vaccine. Oh my gosh. Polls are finding Americans are increasingly wary of accepting any coronavirus vaccine. And scientists inside and outside the government are worried that regulators, pressured by the president for results before Election Day, might release an unproven or unsafe vaccine. And there's a lot of companies that are in this vaccine race. And people are trying to get us to be more compliant with taking this vaccine and getting more on board with it. But the fact that they use these words, they've killed God, I can't feel God, my soul is dead, that corroborates with some of these doctors that are saying that, the mRNA that is in these coronavirus vaccines and the nanotechnology is really changing our molecular structure. It's changing our DNA and putting something that's not human in us. It's like they're transforming us from human to not human, and in a sense removing our soul. A lot of people are saying that, the coronavirus vaccine really could be or is the mark of the beast, that it is injecting something that's inhuman into us and changing us, and we can never go back. We had that doctor, I can't remember her name right off the bat, but she was a doctor, and she really blew the whistle on the coronavirus vaccines and how harmful they are. And I've heard many stories about that. So it's interesting that they've used those words. They've killed God. I can't feel God. My soul is dead. How would you like to feel that if you get the vaccine and then it's too late? It's not like you can just say, hey, I want to reverse that. I want to undo this vaccine. No, you already did it. It's already in your body and it's too late. Gosh, I feel bad for any of these volunteers who got suckered into being a guinea pig for this vaccine. But that's what's happening, and I hope that, President Trump is playing 5D chess with the vaccines, because he's talking about it a lot lately. But Scott Atlas, who is in charge of the coronavirus pandemic health force team, just the other day, he did confirm on record at the press conference that these vaccines will not be mandatory. They will not be forced. And he reiterated that several times on camera in front of America. So we're going to hold you accountable, Scott and President Trump. And that was sort of the elephant in the room that a lot of us were worried about. Ooh, are these going to be somehow secretly pushed to be mandatory? Well, they did just confirm that the other day. So that is a bit of a relief. But an article just came out today saying that the FDA is now going to make it harder for COVID-19 vaccines to get approved. The FDA is expecting to issue new, tougher requirements for its approval of a coronavirus vaccine, a move that could obliterate the chances of a shot getting emergency use authorization before Election Day. Regulators could publish the new approval standards as early as this week and will do so publicly in an effort to bolster Americans' eroded trust in the U.S. to ensure the safety of a COVID-19 vaccine. Again, I mean, I don't know if it's okay. We need a vaccine. We need a coronavirus vaccine. They're pushing for a vaccine. They don't think it's going to be ready this year at all. President Trump launches Operation Warp Speed. He's able to apparently get a coronavirus vaccine this year and before the election. And now all of a sudden, Democrats and the left and the FDA, they're backtracking. They're saying, oh, well, maybe vaccines are bad after all. Whoa, vaccines might not be good. Maybe we can't trust the vaccine. And now we even have the FDA putting in tougher restrictions for approval of a vaccine because now they think there's a possibility that Trump may have a vaccine before Election Day, and that might possibly make President Trump look good or look like the hero that's going to save the day and bring us back to normalcy. So now they're retracting and backtracking. All of a sudden, the left is becoming anti-vaxxers, which is interesting. So we're going to kind of see how this plays out. I don't know if this is sort of the 5D chess that Trump is playing, and all of a sudden everyone's going to start backtracking on the vaccines. I'm not sure. But either way, we need this nightmare to end. We all know that the vaccines are not going to be the thing that saves the day. If it gets our country back to normal, then whatever. And they're not mandatory. People who want to take the vaccines, have a heyday at it. Go take a vaccine. I'm not going to take it. And you certainly don't have to take it.
Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Qadash. I want to give also double honors to the apostles of Greatmillstone who teach Rubel, where I got this truth from, and the hopefully elect all across the world. Shalom. This is a quick lesson. This is an article I dug up from RT News regarding Bill Gates. This devil, look what he's saying, man. He says, round up the anti-vaxxers, enlist religious leaders. Bill Gates wants U.S. Bill Gates wants U.S. needs to brainstorm ways to reduce vaccine hesitancy. Billionaire software tycoon Bill Gates had urged the U.S. To prepare for the COVID-19 vaccine rollout by deputizing trusted communities leaders to reduce vaccine hesitancy, bemoaning the rapid spread of conspiracy theories online. So that is what they now try to do, so-called talking about the conspiracy theories. And yeah, man, they try to control the narrative because they want to fulfill the enterprise, and it reads further. The Microsoft founder turned vaccine evangelist painted a mostly rosy picture of vaccine rollout getting rich countries back to normal by the end of 2021 in an interview during the Wall Street Journal's CEO Council on Tuesday. However, with less than half of Americans saying they'd get a COVID jab, even paid $100 for it in a recent survey. Gates then focused his talk on enlisting the nation's trust network to overcome the skeptics. This devil, because they get exposed left to right, and people don't want to take this vaccine, man. People are because if you know what is going in the vaccine, it is all kinds of abominable things, so why would you take it, And this devil, his father was financing also Planned Parenthood together with Martha Sanger. Especially if you're an Israelite, man, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, you natives. If you trust this devil, the things that his predecessors did, man, you can never trust this devil, man. Because he's a eugenic, man. It's like his Margaret Sanger was also eugenic. As what she said, man. Especially the Negroes, man, the tribe of Judah, they are like human wheat. That's why they put that Planned Parenthood together. And this is no conspiracy, nothing. Because like a few months ago, they told the truth, the devil, Martha Sanger was really a racist. She was hating on the lower class, especially you minorities, so-called minorities, So they are devils, man, and this is his family, man. His father was financing the Planned Parenthood. So these devils are only about killing you, Jakes, and this is gonna happen exactly with this vaccine also, man. So don't trust this devil. If you're a Jake, don't take that vaccine, because these devils, man, they only want to take you down, man. lamenting that the vaccine hesitancy is in all countries and predates the pandemic. Gates suggested American health officials start thinking about which voices will help reduce the hesitancy so we can get a level of vaccination that really has a chance of stopping the virus. Gates provided the example of challenges the polio vaccine faced in some countries and the cunning lengths some were willing to go to get their populations jabbed. In places like Nigeria, we had to go to religious leaders, talk to them, have them speak out. Yeah, and these so-called religious leaders, and most of the time they're the so-called Christians, you know, who are following the white man, so-called white man's doctrine, Esau's doctrine, you know, they're all juiced in, you know. So they have a spell on the people, you know. So they are the dangerous ones. That's why they always use these kinds of people to talk to their own population, you know, and talk with and yeah, taking your children, man. So these people, man, they are. That's why we call Esau the devil, Esau Edom, man, because they are the devil, man. They're Satan, you know. It's about understanding the trust network. Who is that you view as an expert? Very few people can look at the formulation or the data directly. Coronavirus czar Anthony Fauci, also another devil, hinted back in June that he was already on the task, revealing the government had a PR blitz planned in which people vaccinate hesitant Americans can relate to in the community. Sports figures, and always they use the sports figures, you know, and they are the one who's gonna, because young people are idolizing people, you know. So if your favorite sportswoman or man says, yo, I had the coronavirus, so and now I'm healed, like Trump did last a few days ago, you people gonna believe it, and you're gonna take the thing too, you know. So this is the way how they use these so-called religious leaders, all your idols, you know, to get you on board. So sport community heroes, you see, people that they look up to will spread the pro-vaccine gospel. And these devils, man, they think really, but they can fool the elect, you know. But they fool a lot of you people, man. You people who live in so-called la la land, you know, and don't know what's going on, you know. You get easily persuaded and hypnotized by these people, you know, your so-called heroes, man. They're all juiced in, man. Why you think they make that money, man? Gates had typically harsh words for both conspiracy theorists and the social media platforms he believed enabled them, complaining that very titillating things, titillating things like the notion that somebody intentionally made this virus, or that there's some conspiracy spread online so much faster than the truth, which is that it comes from a bat. Gates call on social media to slow down or annotate things that actually cause huge damage. The whole conspiracy is you elites, man. You are plotting against the poor, against all the citizens, you know, and you are the ones who are conspiracy theorists, you know. You are the one who's plotting, man. But because you have all the might, you have all the power, you know, all the resources, the money, you have the army, you have police. So you devils, man. man, Esau is really going down. That's why your whole system and your whole empire is declining. And your time is up, Esau. Your time is up, man. Your whole system, your whole Babylon system is going down. From now on, it is over for you, man. And you see the declining, man. And you think you're gonna prevail, and that your enterprise, you make sure that your enterprise is gonna work. But it ain't gonna work, man. The Most High's got you, man. Gates called on social media, like not wearing a mask or not being willing to take the vaccine if it proves that it is this key tool to getting back to normal. And this vaccine, you can look it up. I'm not gonna look it up but do some research. You can look it up what is going in this vaccine, you know. And in all these vaccines, man, you got fetus from babies, so you're putting babies in your body, monkey kidneys, even dog kidneys, you know. And also, so if you say you're a so-called Muslim man, you take the shit, they have also a pig kidneys in it. So that's an abominable thing to put in your body, man. You know, you cannot take no vaccine, you know, and that is what they want to put in you. In my previous post, you saw there was a test subject, you know, and he was doing some tests, and you know, and what's he saying? He was bugged out of his mind. He was like, "You killed God. I don't have connection anymore with God," because that is what this vaccine is gonna do with you. You know, you're gonna lose all the connection with the Most High, man. Because now this thing is gonna alter your DNA, man. You know, it's gonna fuck you up, man. Man. So I want to keep it short, you know. I'm gonna read some few scriptures, and oh yeah, I want to show you this. Stay with me. Yeah, this is that Martha's singer, Margaret Singer, Salaki, and. Let me see. I only want to show you a little piece, you know, that you know that see. Yeah, for those wait, no, I'm gonna start. Let me see. For those identifying historical figures with racist roots who should be removed from public view because of their evil history, Planned Parenthood's founder Margaret Singer must join that list in promoting birth control. And that is also a wicked thing, man. You know, like abortion, birth control, you know, that is all against the Most High, man. And it is wicked, man. She advanced a controversial Negro project, and that is what they was calling it. That devil, that is her, and this is a so-called relative of that Bill Gates, man. You know, she was against it, and that is what these devils is doing. They want to kill you, Jake. Wrote in her autobiographies about speaking to Ku Klux Klan group and advocate for a eugenic approach to breeding for the gradual suppression, elimination, and eventual extinction of the defective stocks. And that's the defective stocks. It means you, Jake. You Israelites, man, those human weeds which threaten the blooming of the finest flowers of American civilization. And that bitch was an alcoholic and a heavy drug user, you know. If I'm correct, she overdosed, that bitch, you know. But these are these devils, man, you know. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, man, you know. The only thing, yeah, he got that ugly devilish bitch, you know. You see? I only want to show you something, you know, to know that I can leave this in the description box that you can see for yourself, you know. But I want to show you the connection with her and Bill Gates, his father, you know, because he was financing this. So, Lucky, stay with me. Khan. Yeah, you see, this is an article, Wake Up to the Truth. Bill Gates' father ran Planned Parenthood. His mother created Microsoft. Together, they trained their son to spread the gospel of eugenics. And that is what is going on, man. You know? His father ran the whole Planned Parenthood, and I saw you in the previous article that Margaret Sanger was created all that shit mess, man. So these are eugenics, and they don't love you, Israelites, man. You think that these devils will love you, man? This devil's got no love for you, man. Esau, that's why he's a perfect devil, man. You know, he's all about you, man. He's to kill you, to get rid of you, man. That's why after the scriptures, I'm gonna show you the clip with the interview of that other that woman, that manly looking beast woman that he got, you know, talking about the natives, the blacks and the natives and the Latino are the first in line to get the vaccine. You know, so they are devils, man. They're all about eliminate you, and you are the guinea pigs. That's why a lot of people are waking up to these devils, and that's why they try to censor the media social media platforms, you know. So these devils, man, you know, they are not to trust. And if you are in your right mind, the Edomites you never can trust the Edomite, because the Edomites, they slaved your parents, your grandparents, you know. They never had love for you, you know, till the day of today. Look how they treat our people and all over the world. All these Edomites, you know, you can trust them, man. And if you trust them, man, you are sick too, man. You got Stockholm syndrome. You gone, you know. So I'm gonna go to a few scriptures, man, and then I'm gonna close out. Bear with me. Khan, this is the book of Psalms. We're gonna start with chapter 10, verse 8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set on the poor. That is these devils, man. You know, they lurking from, and these devils always try to act smooth, you know, talking with sweet words like you can trust them, but they are not to trust, man. They smile in your face, and meanwhile they're killing you, man. You know. This is verse 9. He lieth wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in the way to catch the poor. And that is what these devils are doing, man. You know, they're lurking, you know, waiting to catch you in the net, you know. This is the devils, man. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. And that is what they do with the sweet words, and they try to, like, they mean it with you. They don't want you. They want you to get well. They don't want you to get well. They want to eliminate you, man. They want to exterminate you, Jake. You know, that is what they try to do: slave you, exterminate you, and that is all what the Edomite is about, man. Man, don't trust these devils, man. He lied in. This is verse 10. He crouches and humbled himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. And that is what these Edomites are doing. He's crouching, humble himself. Oh, I mean it with you. I don't want you to get sick. I want you to get well. That's why I have a nice vaccine for you with all kinds of abominable things that can alter your DNA and fuck you up and kill you. You know, that is an Edomite, man. So that's why you need to go to the strong tower, man. And that is Yahawah, Shem, Yahawashi, you know. He only can protect us against these devils, you know, because these devils, man, they coming down hard, man. The devil coming down with great wrath, man, you know. This is verse 11. He had said in his heart, Yahawah had forgotten. He hided his face. He will never see it. And that is what these devils are thinking. Because they didn't get punished for what they did to the Israelites yet, you know. Every wicked things, what they did in secret, you know, they've never been punished for it. So they think they can continue and complete the enterprise. But now they are wrong, man, because the Most High is exposing these devils, you know. So these devils now is going to going down. He's going to get punished for everything. That's why Yahawah by Shem Yahawashi, he said that his wickedness reached the heaven, man, and that's why he can get repentance also from the Most High, you know. That's why if the new kingdom is gonna come, the Most Yahawashi, the second coming, you know, he's gonna destroy this devil, and they're gonna go in slavery for 1,000 years, and then he's gonna get exterminated exterminated from this planet, man. He is the only race on this earth, man, that is made for this extermination, man. That is what the Most High said, man. That's in the Bible. The Edomites, they're going to get exterminated, man, after 1,000 years of slavery, man. And good riddance, too, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, this was a short lesson, you know. I hope you've been edified. And up to the next lesson, I want to say shalom.
From there, you want to do tiering in various countries to make sure your most vulnerable populations get it. In our country, that would be blacks and Native Americans, people with underlying health conditions, and the elderly.
Sure, your most vulnerable populations get it. In our country, that would be blacks and Native Americans, people with underlying health conditions, and the elderly.
And so we need to look at as a globe, and we're involved with many European leaders and African leaders and others in Southeast Asia to make sure there's a purchasing fund that can pull that vaccine through when it's available and get it out in wide-scale distribution.
Gosh, I have so many follow-up questions. I'll try to stay focused. So